Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Zero Hour. And here with your boy Torrez, Finney, and my guest that I'm interviewing today is Zaine Burton, the light heavyweight champion, 205 for Aries Fight Series, and he will be putting that strap on the line Friday night against Adam Sylvie, 3-0 versus 3-0, undefeated versus undefeated, and man. I mean, Zaine, this is gonna be an awesome fight, bro. I mean, look, I know we trained together, but man, these are some questions that a lot of the fans want to know. What have you been doing to prepare for a guy like Adam Silva? You know, he's undefeated. He has a fight coming up. He's coming for your title. He says this is the last fight he's going to do. Guys that have that last fight moniker in their head, they come out throwing everything they got. So, man, what you got on the table?
The game plan stays the same. I kind of just follow what we do here at Agogi. What we learn from our coaches, Matt, Larry, and Sterling, which is just simply just grind. Grind, we just, whether it's falling off that jab and leading with everything else or taking them down and just giving that grind and top pressure. I've really just been trying to go back to that and just focus on really just putting the pressure on Adam Sylvia, whoever I fight, so that way they're open. They're more openings.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for this, man. You got to remember, for a fight like this isn't the first 5 round fight Zaine Burton has had. This is, he fought his last fight against Tristan Scarborough for the 205 title. That was 5 rounds. This is also another 5 rounder. How does that come into play? When most of the time when you see guys more in the heavier weights, a lot of these fights don't make it to the latter rounds. But just in case it comes to play, what are your plans into doing that, or do you expect to even go that long?
Um, I don't really expect for it to go that long. None of my fights have ever made it past the third round, much less to the second. So I want to keep that going and just keep that pressure on and crack him because I think his old man years will catch up to him a little bit. And after that third round, I feel like that's my game, especially if it goes later because at that point, it's just the heart and who has more grit, in my opinion. So I think I got more.
Well, what's funny. The thing is, Zaine has been training a lot. Obviously, he's been training with me, the guy that's currently interviewing him,
Yeah.
and also he's been training with a new fella that has also been coming here, Corey Farmer, who's also is going to be fighting a former opponent of both me and Zaine Burton. How has Corey helped you in preparing you, helping you getting ready for your title fight? As to all of Agogi is helping you getting ready for your title fight.
Shout out to all Agogi, and shout out to Corey Farmer. He's really been here and he's kind of helped push me on that cardio thing. It's helped kind of having somebody with my same build and kind of in the same boat as me. Where they're young and hungry, and we're sort of the same skill level, so we go together a lot and we really push each other. And where he might lack in one thing, I pick up in another. Where he works harder in this, I'm forced to put on there with that because me and him, we try to play this keep up game and see who can be better because we know that's what it's going to take, especially with him fighting somebody I've already fought. All I can do is give him the foundation and give him kind of the stuff that we game plan for the first time and hope that he can do it better than what we did whenever we went. So I'm really hoping that everything me and him worked on comes out in both of our games. I'm hoping we stick to it, and I'm hoping he can finish Tristan faster than I did. I like that a lot.
Well, man, the thing is, back to the fight. Adam Sylvie, I watched his interview myself, and one of the things I saw that he said that, Zaine, you're going to have to kill him almost to get him out of there. He said he's ready to go in there and put it all on the line. His last ever fight, going out on top, pulling out the Peyton Manning, pulling out the Ray Lewis, finishing with the holy grail at the end of the road. And both of y'all undefeated records are on the line. This is, hey, Adam Sylvia has never been out of the first round himself, I believe, and he's finished all his opponents, and you finished all of yours. So you going into this fight, what are your thoughts about Adam Sylvia in his game?
I respect him, and I respect him as a martial artist man that will get in the cage. I have utmost respect for him. But I think this is a category of kind of we face two different calibers opponents. Not knocking any of his opponents, but I think I've had a harder fights. I think my all around game and what I go through every day, just even on a practice level, is harder than what he goes through on a daily basis. I think that he's won his fights and stuff, but I haven't seen him go with anybody who has a winning record that's better than him. So that's where it kind of plays into my game, where I'm like, okay, yes, you have a 3-0, but in amateurs, the 3-0s, it's really nothing, because we're out here fighting, we're trying to figure out the game. Our game is still evolving, so records don't really mean much for me. The only thing I really care for is just to go out there and knock somebody out, get a surprising good finish, and send everybody home with a good show. So that's the thing.
Well, that's the thing, man. We got opportunity to see the face-off at the last Aries fight card. They're face-to-face. They're ready to go. I'm excited, man. This is going to be a really big-time card. Zaine, I know you're selling tickets, man. How the ticket sales going? How is everybody going to be there to support? I know Adam Silvey selling tickets. He said in his last interview, a lot of people coming from his gym, coming from his area. They're buying tickets. They know this is his last fight, and all his family. So this is a big fight for him. Especially with the title on the line, everything's gonna be big for him. What about you?
I'm selling tickets as usual. We're just getting out there. We're selling. I've been focusing a lot on this fight because I've got to the point now where I feel like the people who are going to come, they're going to come, and I'm going to sell tickets either way. So I'm at the point now where I'm focusing more on my game, and I'm getting the tickets out here and there. But man, it's hard to sell whenever he sold all the tables. He sold all the tables. So
oh man, so we might have some little home field advantage for Adam Silvey.
Yeah, man, right. He sold all the tables pretty much. So my game plan is just to take his fans.
All right then. All right. One of the big things about it, not to look ahead. You never want to look past an opponent. But obviously, the question is for everybody out there. What are the plans for Zaine Burton after this fight? What are the plans for the Sandman?
Sandman, I'm probably gonna try to fight about 3 more times this year. I got one in Greenville that I'm, that's coming into work, so I'll find out after next week. But other than that, man, I plan on fighting a couple more for Aries, trying to, finish the year strong, just really work on my game and just become a well-rounded fighter before next year, and I make these next steps in my journey. So that's about it.
Well, thank you, Zaine, man. Any shout outs, anybody any sponsors you want to give notice to?
Yes. I'd like to give a, shout out to, one of my biggest sponsors over there at Hemp House. Dwayne Madden, he's hooking me up with some good merchandise, to help get me right after training and just to help me feel good. Shout out to my lady, Jennifer Edge, Ink Expression. She'll get y'all all tatted up and beautiful. I need to hit her up. Mainline Ink is best place. Shout out CBD. Well, we'll come back to that one. I'll shout them out later. But, that's mainly about it, though. We got that. And then, just shout out to Gogi, you, and then Corey, and just all the people here making it better, giving me training partners and just blessing me with knowledge for days, just shouting all them and just shouting my mom, she'll be in the back with me. And it's all going to be good, So that's about it for me.
Well, I'm excited to see you fight on Friday, Zaine. We have a lot of guys getting ready to fight. We have guys like Joseph Long. We have guys like you. We have guys like Tristan Scarborough, Corey Farmer. There's a lot of Tyler Jones. It's going to be a really good card this weekend. Y'all definitely tune in. Spectation Sports, Aries Fight Series 7. We have here the main event, Zaine Burton versus Adam Silvey for the light heavyweight championship. Thank you, Zaine, for coming on the Torrez Talk, it seems like, for the 0 hour. Happy to have you. I'm excited. Enjoy. See y'all.